Hey guys, welcome back. I'm excited to have you here with me today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, that way you're notified every time I upload a new video. Here we talk about all things Disney as well as how to plan your Walt Disney World vacation, so stay tuned. So everybody has their favorite Disney World park, whether that be in Disney World or Disneyland or overseas or whatever, but today I'm going to talk to you about my favorite Disney World park, and that is Epcot. With Epcot, probably the biggest reason why this is my favorite park is the nostalgia factor. A lot of this has to do with our trip we took when I was younger. That was the park I think I have the most memories from. I would say probably about 80% of what I remember from that trip was probably stuff having to do with Epcot, so I'm gonna share just a few of those memories with you guys today. And I'm sorry if I sound a little sick. I've been dealing with allergy stuff and my voice has been a little funky right now. So one of my favorite memories when we went to Epcot when I was younger, we actually ate at Beer Garden with my family, and if you haven't been there, it's basically kind of like a big German buffet. They have all kinds of crazy foods, and honestly I don't really remember any of it except for those pretzel bun roll things that they have. I swear me and my brother ate so many of those things. Like that was pretty much probably all that we actually ate, but we could not stop talking about those stinking pretzel rolls the entire trip. My mom and dad were getting very annoyed with us, but that was definitely one of my fondest memories. The other thing that I really remember from Epcot when I was younger was their the now ride, Frozen Ever After. It used to be, I think it was called Maelstrom or Viking Voyage or something. I'll put the name of that below here. I'll look it up. But I remember when we rode that ride, it was like so terrifying but kind of thrilling, but not like overly scary. I remember that that was probably one of my favorite rides that we went on, and it was cool because I remember we didn't have to wait very long. We were just able to kind of go right in and jump on that, so that was definitely really cool. I just really loved how thrilling and memorable that ride. I was a little sad when they turned it to Frozen Ever After, but then when I actually rode that, I was okay with it because that is actually a pretty cool ride. Another ride that I really remember was riding Test Track. Now when we went, I think it was in 2005, 2006, somewhere right in there. Test Track was actually still pretty new at the time, and I remember we were really excited to ride that one. They would always send you the DVDs before your trip of like things to basically what you can get excited for, and Test Track was one of the ones that was like this cool new ride, and it was like super fast and all of this stuff, and so we were very excited to ride that, and we rode it and we loved it. And when we went, I think we were able to go to each park once, and then we had like a 5th day, and we were picking our park based on which park we liked the best basically, and Epcot was our favorite one, specifically so that we could ride Test Track again. So we actually went back there for our 5th day just to ride that ride. And the last thing that I really remember from that trip when I was younger that really made it so memorable was Illuminations. And Illuminations is my favorite fireworks show at Disney World, probably because of the nostalgia factor, but I also really like instrumental music like that that's just really intense and kind of gets you emotional a little bit. And I remember when I was younger watching that show, it was so over the top and it just had that very magical feeling. And I thought with the pyrotechnics that they had, but like the globe coming out on the water, I just thought that was so cool. And I was too young to remember where we were standing, but I remember we had a really, really, really good view. Like, we could see everything, and you could just hear everybody doing the oohing and aahing, and it was just such a cool moment, which on our trip that we're getting ready to go to, that's kind of the biggest reason why we're going, is to watch Illuminations before it's gone, because I was really crushed when they said that they're taking it away. But we're gonna talk a little bit more about that later. So that is probably what got me started on my love of Epcot. But let me talk to you a little bit about the reasons why I love that park now and why it's my favorite. My favorite ride in all of Walt Disney World, and if any of you follow me on any of my other social media, Instagram or Twitter, you probably saw me post the other week about the Grand Fiesta Tour ride in the Mexico Pavilion. Don't ask me why I love this ride. I just am obsessed. Like, it is my favorite ride in all of Disney World. I don't care about anything else, but I have to ride that ride. I don't know. I think it's probably because the music is really catchy, and pretty sure I have that song stuck in my head all the time, and I sing it in the shower. Like, I hum it, I don't sing it, but I it's such a fun ride to me. I think it's kind of has the It's a Small World vibe, just that classic Disney feel, but it's a little less annoying, I guess. I don't know. I just really like that ride a lot. So don't worry, you guys are definitely gonna see me get real excited about that when we go here in May. My other favorite thing about Disney World now is all of the food. Oh my gosh, there are so many food options in Epcot, between all of the amazing restaurants that they have at all different kinds of levels of dining, as well as the festivals that go on multiple times a year. It makes it really difficult to pick and choose where to eat and what to eat, but you know that pretty much wherever you go, you're gonna find something really spectacular. I don't think we actually ate at any of the restaurants in Epcot when we were there last time. I know we're trying to eat some quick service locations when we go this time, because I feel like there are other things than the food booths to eat. And I feel like we need to experience them, but granted, we are going for Flower and Garden Festival, and I'm very excited to eat all of that food as well. The other thing about the restaurants is that they're just so uniquely themed, and really everything in Epcot, with World Showcase especially, is just so incredibly detailed and themed, and you really feel like you're going into different countries and different parts of the world, and that can be really hard to do in such a small space, to really be able to grasp that culture. And Disney does just such an amazing job with the cast members that they hire, just the detail that they pay attention to as far as the theming with decor and the architecture and the types of foods that they have and the entertainment and everything. It's just so seamlessly, it all fits together so well that it's a really cool experience that you really can't get anywhere else in the world. Now, of course, we can't talk about Epcot without talking about what I like to call the Epcot Ball, which is Spaceship Earth. The ride is fun and cool, and it's definitely one that you want to do at least once. But my favorite thing is just the geodesic sphere. I think that's how you say it. Just basically the ball itself is just so incredible to look at. It's a really cool architectural design that when you see it in person, it's kind of tricks your mind a little bit. It almost doesn't look real. Like when you look at it, you're just like, man, is that really there? It does. It kind of plays with you a little bit. And then at nighttime, especially when they have all of the cool lights glowing on it, it's just so beautiful. Granted, the castle at Magic Kingdom is really cool, but to me and my taste, I guess, I don't know. I just love the Epcot Ball. It's my favorite. And I've shared with you guys before too, like Mark Allen is kind of obsessed with that right now. He wants Spaceship Earth, everything. He has his Magic Band, and he got some shirts that I'm gonna show you guys at some point and all of this stuff, but he loves it too, so that's definitely very special to us. Epcot is massively huge. It is basically built up of two sections. You have World Showcase and then you have Future World, and because of that, I mean, you can spend an entire day in World Showcase and not even walk into Future World, and kind of vice versa. I mean, you can spend a lot of time in Future World too. It really almost feels like two separate parks, which is, it's kind of cool. It just gives you two very different experiences. Now granted, you can totally do the whole thing in one day, but it's nice to be able to stop and actually look at all of the little nooks and crannies everywhere, because that's where you find a lot of the magic too. But I just think that that's a really unique aspect of Epcot, and in Walt Disney World in general, you don't really get that as much as in the other parks. I mean, you have the different lands, of course, but you can't necessarily feel like you can just spend an entire day in this one area of the park and be totally satisfied. So that's another really cool thing about Epcot. So my final thing that is my favorite thing about Epcot right now is that it is constantly changing. They have the festivals going all throughout the year, and with this you have different food offerings, different entertainment options, you have different decorations. Basically, they have the Christmas decorations and the cool topiaries during Flower and Garden, and all of the amazing artwork everywhere during Festival of the Arts. And it's just a really cool, it's just really neat that you can go multiple times a year and get a completely different experience from the same park and basically not do the same things twice, which is, I think that is just really amazing. You don't get that in a lot of places, so definitely really cool job, Epcot. Good job. Now, there are a few things that I'm really excited for that are upcoming in Epcot. The first thing being the fireworks. Now, I am, like I said, really kind of sad that Illuminations is leaving. It's just very near and dear to my heart. But I am excited about these new fireworks shows, the rumors I've been hearing with the drones and the pyrotechnics and all of the things that they're planning on doing do sound really, really amazing. And it honestly, if it's anything like Happily Ever After, I will be just fine with that. So I am definitely excited to see the new fireworks. I know we're for sure going next year, maybe sooner, we'll see. That's still in the works, but we're definitely excited to see the new shows. And like we've talked about multiple times already, but Flower and Garden, we actually haven't experienced before, and I'm very excited about it. The park is so beautiful. Even just the stuff I've seen people posting right now, it just looks incredible, and I cannot wait to see all of the floral stuff everywhere. Right now, I just am so excited. We're leaving in a few weeks, and I can't wait. I'm very, very excited to see it all. But yeah, so Flower and Garden, there's a lot of really yummy food offerings and activities that I'm just excited to experience and enjoy. Okay, so that is my favorite park and why I love that favorite park. What is your guys' favorite park? Is yours Epcot, or do you have a different opinion? Let me know down in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you really liked it, please do consider subscribing. That does actually help our channel out a lot. But if you do subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell notification next to the subscribe button. That is going to notify you every time I upload a new video, so make sure you hit that little bell. Alrighty guys, well, we will see you next time. Bye!